Hi, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Classes in Session. We are the Spitfire Squires. And as usual, I don't have a script, and the rest of them are unprepared for their fun facts, and I have to come up with them on the spot because who knows with how many characters there are. So, who wants to go first?
Me.
Okay, Krem, played by Kennedy. Go ahead.
Okay, so as y'all know, we're doing the senses with me, or with Krem, and so this week's I'm actually really excited about because it's smell, good old nostrils, gotta use those. Krem's Krem's favorite smell is a campfire.
Oh, that's a good smell.
Despite not liking light all that much, she loves the smell of a campfire. So like campfire candles or air fresheners, she's always attracted to those.
Are candles just small campfires? Hmm.
Hmm.
Hmm. Marion's entering my head already.
I I love the questions that Marion must be asking herself all the time.
Yeah.
I'll go next.
Spencer, go ahead.
My name is Spencer Birmingham. I play JD Johnston Davidson, our cleric. I gotta come up with a nifty
A seal?
there's no like
R.
cool C names that I can think of, like our cool, calm and collected cleric. There we go. And JD, his fun fact is that when he was a very little elf, he had a favorite blanket that he
Oh.
would carry around with him all the time. And he did not take this blanket with him here to this castle because he didn't want it to get damaged on his journey. So
That's exactly what I would have done. Dang
he
it.
entrusted it to a younger sibling, not Ellie, but he entrusted it to a younger sibling who he felt was a nervous individual. And I'm gonna let my DM come up with backstory for that person and a name or whatever. But he
Oh, okay.
entrusted it. He entrusted it.
Can
I
you at
can
least
help
give
you with
me
the
a
name.
name?
Okay. His name. His name was Rennick,
Rennick. I like it.
and Rennick is pretty young by elf standards. He's about 45.
I mean, that's very young. Yeah.
Yeah, so he's not that old at all. He's like still a little scared of the dark. JD's tried to take him on some pranking expeditions, but he's always kind of blown their cover by tripping and stumbling, and then he feels bad, so he starts crying. And JD, when he left, he wrapped Rennick up in this blanket, and he said, "This has kept me safe for longer than I can even tell, and now I'm giving it to you."
That is so wholesome. That's
So
amazing.
cute.
I love that.
I can't wait to kill him later. I mean,
Oh no, Rennick! No.
he just came into existence and now he's gonna be gone. No,
Real life Spencer fact: Rennick is the name of one of my cousins. I just couldn't come up with a name there for a second.
That's
I'm just
such a
gonna kill
dope
your real
name.
cousin in real life. I'm killing where the inspiration came from. All right, Hayden, you stalled long enough.
Yes.
What's your fun fact?
Okay. I think my fun fact is going to be that Jesse, we've talked about how like he goes to sleep before everyone else so that he can have the light on, like some kind of light in the
Right.
room.
Yeah.
I think because of that, he wakes up before everyone else. And most days we'll go like to kind of a private area of camp, like the campus, and drink just some kind of warm beverage.
All right.
But I think that towards like the beginning of the most recent arc, like going into the portal, he started not not handing them drinks in the morning, but he started like leaving warm drinks for the party whenever they wake up.
Oh, that's
Oh.
nice.
So he's not in the room when they get them, but like they wake up and there's like
That
coffee.
just makes it better. That's even that makes it more wholesome and generous. Okay, question. Kind of a follow-up question. Does Jesse watch the sunset and the sunrise? Like, does he like to do that?
Not sunset, but he does watch sunrise.
Good answer. I love it.
Yeah, I think that since he's been to campus, he has not missed a sunrise.
All
It's
right.
probably like a secondary
That
fun
that
fact.
probably really solidifies your connection with Lathander.
Oh, absolutely.
So, all right. I guess I'm in the hot seat now. Y'all can ask me a question about literally anybody from the world.
Well, okay, we didn't do Cassio last time,
Yeah.
so I feel like we should do him this time.
Here's the thing
think
though.
that's a
I
good
do feel
choice.
like we should not be able to ask you whatever we want, but we have to ask you just a fun fact.
Fun fact about whoever you pick.
Yeah, Castia.
Castio. Fun fact about Castio. Fun facts about Castio, and you can't use this knowledge in the game because, this is just for
What?
your players. He was a bedwetter until he was about. How old are you, JD?
I
Like
am
your elf years.
210.
210. Okay, pretty old. He's a little younger than that, so I want to say he's gonna be. He was a bedwetter until he was 149.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but he doesn't tell people that.
Can I? Okay, you don't have to answer this, but does his party know?
That is gonna be some insight checks for later on.
Okay.
But if it's all right with you, I'd like to cue the intro.
Just your average kind of scholars in a world of mystery and sacred altars. Together we will make it through. Together we will find the truth. Class is in session and with zero direction, we're gonna pass the test. Draconic aggression and ghostly possession. College really is the best. The odds are stacked against us, and our GPAs should not be discussed. I promise I will educate until I graduate.
So, a quick recap of the last arc, the Generosity arc, I'm calling it. You enter through the portal, discovered a town enraptured in a large purplish pink bubble, made your way through the sorts of challenges and people that resided in this town, found the host, who is sort of a apparition of the spell's intent to keep everyone kind. So, after getting past him and discovering his secret lair at the bottom of a well, you managed to defeat him just barely before all of you were immobilized, let's say. Had some harrowing things happen to them. Some old things like trauma got brought to the surface once again. Very tense situation between Queen Noelle and Yidril as the book was exchanged to him. And you're now walking back through the portal. Does anybody want to do anything before you do?
I have no
Sorry.
real business here.
Yeah, I really don't. I wave at the townsfolk that we met that one time, and I'm like, "Hey, we did the thing. You guys don't actually need to leave now. Oh, by the way, you can keep that money. I was thinking about asking for it back, but like it wasn't mine to begin with, so."
You were greeted with a tumbleweed that comes across your vision as they are long gone.
Oh, they're gone.
Oh, they are.
Sick.
Yeah.
Okay.
Plays out of town. That's awesome.
Yeah, they got what they
Can I
needed.
roll? Wait. I actually didn't do this thing. Can I retcon? I go back to the well and I roll investigation to see if I can loot anything.
Make an investigation check. Time
Loot
travel.
that body. Loot
Okay.
that body.
I got a 12.
Okay, here's what does happen. They are going to give you 450 gold pieces for helping them out.
Oh, like the townsfolk?
Just
The,
JD.
no, they're gonna give it to you guys. For helping them
I
out.
thought it was just me. I was like, "Are you kidding me?"
No.
So 450 divided by 4?
Yeah, I'll take some.
Uh,
I have something I want to get.
yeah. So 2 people get 113, 2 get 112. I'll take 112.
I'll take 112.
Sweet.
Wow. Okay. Sick. Thank you.
So yeah, they give you that, and you notice that the pin with the feather on it has removed itself from the pillars.
Oh, speaking of, I do actually go over to Ilmater's pillar and I would like to. If I cast Mend on it, would you grant me that I can defile
Absolutely,
it?
that's absolutely what the spell's for. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I just lay my hands on it, and green and red light dances beneath my fingers as I slowly wipe away the impurities, and the cracks seal up, and my seal is made whole again.
Brilliant. And it looks like it's brand new because it basically is now. And you can see that some of the people that were locked down there are religious figures that were probably in the town church that was destroyed, and they kind of come over and they're just like patting you on the back and like saying, "Brother, I hope you endure. Far more to come. We endured our time down there, and we do not regret it. We were holding them off for as long as we could. So go, do more good deeds. Ilmater watch you."
I cross my hands in our salute, and I bow slightly to.
They do the same
Yep,
thing.
yeah. That's all I have, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
Marion's gonna run to one of the stands, and then she comes back with a sly grin on her face, and she's like, "Okay, I'm ready to go."
Marion, did you get the wand from earlier?
No, of course I didn't. That would be so stupid, right?
Hilarious.
Be very funny.
It would be. Yep. You guys
It
go on
would
ahead.
be
I
question.
will follow behind you.
Yes, ma'am.
You're
Krem
walking
wants to
through?
make sure she gets the rope. She wants the 150 long rope.
It was spooled literally everywhere across the upper layer. So with a little bit of time, yeah, absolutely you can get it.
She wants all that rope and she puts it in her bag.
She just like you're wrapping it around your legs and like your waist and like it's going into your
Yeah.
bag and it's on your arms. You're like, all right, I'm ready.
Mm-hmm.
How heavy would that much rope be?
It would be so heavy. But we're gonna ignore item
Yeah.
weight because obviously.
Fuck encumbrance.
All right.
I'm
So
unencumberable.
you follow Yidril through the portal, and on your way out, before Marion goes through the portal, she's going to pull out the Wand of Wonder, and she's going to cast it. And we're gonna see what happens because she follows a trickster god. Let's see here. D100. Let me pull that up. This is just me following on my own impulses. She rolled a 35. So for all of those at home, you can
The
look this up.
hell?
A
Oh wait, on a
35.
D100. D100.
Yes.
D100.
An animal appears in the unoccupied space nearest to the target. The animal isn't under your control and acts as it normally would. Roll another D100 to determine which animal appears. So we shall do that.
I thought
Oh,
she rolled a D20 and got a 35, and I was. What is her modifier?
A 73, which gives us a rat. A rat appears.
did she just get a
So,
familiar?
no.
Can I roll
So,
animal handling?
no, you're through the portal. This is her on the way out.
Oh.
So she sees the rat and she goes, good. And then walks through. And from the other side, you see the thing close in on itself and then shunt through a tiny point in space. And then you are then again shunt through space and then reappear on the other side. And as you do, you all come to a stumble. And as Marion walks through, the portal starts to fold in on itself like origami before folding in on one point. And then it becomes a, not an equilateral triangle, but one of those kind of off triangles, like an obtuse one.
Isosceles.
And isosceles, thank you. And it just falls to the ground and then clatters and kind of spins for a second before falling down flat. And Yujil turns and goes, oh, good, we got the dimensional shard. That's going to really help with our research. He goes, picks it up, and you can look into the face of the shard and see an image of the town that was once there.
Sidebar, really cool world building to have Marion have that moment of arguably, I don't even know what the word is, intelligence, wisdom, that we just didn't get to see her character do. Like we don't know what that means. That's cool though.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
Like that.
she's her own character. So
Good
I
stuff.
love it.
Good stuff.
As the shard kind of gets picked up, you see the tunnel behind where the portal was is slowly starting to grow and sort of like slowly just fall away as the tunnel starts to extend very, very slowly. And Yugel turns to you guys. Yeah, it should grow for a couple weeks until another portal appears. But in the meantime, this branch has been closed off. Sometimes the branches will split off and you'll get two portals, and the network is just longer as time goes on. So, yeah.
Interesting.
But who's ready to go back and do more studying?
Mm.
I think first
I was gonna
is
say
rest.
he like looks over. I guess we're just emotionally scarred, not physically.
Yeah, emotionally scarred.
I'm at half health, so
Some of us are
You're
scarred.
physically scarred. You're physically scarred. The rest of us are emotionally scarred.
Marion is scarred. He
You
goes.
Anyway.
guys are scarred. We're scared.
Yeah,
That's the difference.
we're missing
He
a
looks at
letter.
he looks at all of you. You know what? And he takes out his book, and he's going to cast a spell to heal all of you because he is a cleric, and that's what clerics do. And rather than roll all the things, you guys are all healed now. Not emotionally, but you're healed.
yay!
Hell yeah.
Because what teacher would he be if he didn't heal his students after completing the exam?
All right.
Feeling
Do we get-
better?
Do we get to sleep before we go back to school?
Oh, we're just gonna run a quick errand or two, and then you can go rest. This is like the sort of like filling out paperwork, finishing stuff.
Okay, cool.
It's really important that we do this right after. So
Naps are in
Amazing.
proximity. Naps are in proximity.
in proximity, yeah.
In
We're gonna
proximity.
visit. We're gonna visit the archive, and then we'll see Thorin, and then yeah, I'll give you your final grade, and then you can go and take a nap.
Perfect. We begin tramping after him.
Okay, so you spiral back up the tunnel before you get to the gate, and the blood isn't there on the floor anymore, but the fight from your first day still lingers in your mind as you pass by it. And you go into the principal's office, and he goes over to the door and takes out one of his marble key cards and puts it against the second door inside this little waiting area. And he walks in to the tower that is in sort of the center of the school that kind of goes up, bows up like I described it as the Space Needle. And it goes up, and as you walk in, it is like a brilliant, like bright, sort of like a fluorescent light kind of thing. So very annoying for you, Krem.
Mm-hmm.
But if you were to look up, you'd see that the walls, every wall here is lined with bookshelves. And there are sections that are cut out for like enchanting. This area is for conjuration. And you can see all the different schools of magic that are kind of sectioned off. And on these shelves are more tomes, each with their own seal put on them, the little token. In different areas, you can tell that there are sections for different fighting techniques and different gods. And they also have tomes that have been sort of locked away. And you see Yidril go over and he goes, Tome of Masgios. I suppose this would be enchanting. Pretty high level spell. Congratulations on that. That was quite impressive for your first time. And he goes up and he climbs one of those ladders on the side to like the 9th level. And he puts it up onto the shelf and he goes, we number spells by how powerful they are. So if you say you were casting a 5th level spell, it's up here on the 5th level on this bookshelf. And so he puts it up on the 9th shelf, symbolizing 9th level. And he taps it in there. All right. So this should be in here. If you ever want to see the principal, the acting headmaster, Mollywog, you could go up the elevator here, and he points to this kind of black onyx stone, and it should lift you up to the principal's office ASAP. But yes, any questions?
Do we get access to these books at any time?
You can request them, and then we can do some research on them. So in your classes, I will go and find one of these books for us, and then I will open it and sort of decipher some of the language. We have deciphered books, and then we have unresearched books. Would be an unresearched book, so it is not for study quite yet. Who's ready to continue on?
I raise my hand. I raise both hands. Go for a high five.
So here's what we're gonna do. I am going to give you this, and he brings out the dimensional shard. You say hi to Thorin. Give Thorin this dimensional shard. He's going to grade it. He's going to give you a certain amount of credits based on how large it is, and then you can buy some of the items that he has for you, and then you can come out and visit me. You can also visit the lab while you're in there. I'm sure he'd love to show you everything that's there.
I still have my hand raised for a high five.
Oh, you wanted a high five?
Yes. I didn't say that, but like, it's up.
Oh, okay, yes. He doesn't. He's like, which hand do I? There you go.
Let's go.
Very awkwardly.
I do say that out loud.
Is the dimensional shard, if that is formed from where we were, was that keeping tabs on us? Essentially, is that our?
Could you rephrase the question? I don't quite understand.
You said it would be evaluated. What is it being evaluated for? Out of curiosity.
Its quality. Thorin is really more of an expert on this than I am. Size, shape, clarity. He's more into that dimensional yibba yabba stuff. So.
Yep.
I'll ask him. I'll make sure I'm intrigued by this.
Yibba yabba.
Yibba yabba stuff. I don't know
Yibba yabba stuff.
the common word for it.
Do you
I think
say that in
yibba
real
yabba
life,
is correct.
Andrew?
Yibba yabba? Okay, yeah. I wasn't sure. Common isn't my first language.
Do you say yibba yabba in real life, Andrew?
No, I don't. I wish. I might now.
I might too.
Can we put that on a t-shirt? Yibba yabba?
Yibba yabba. We're keeping this. This is the thing. Don't forget it.
All
Right?
right.
Nobody forget this. I'm putting it in my
No.
notes.
I like yibba yabba.
What was the other thing? It was like lost in between. We were in the ravine, and we were like, we're in.
You're in Dodge.
In Dodge.
You're in Dodge. Yeah, we got to get out of Dodge. That was Dodge. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You start walking back towards the cafeteria, and you can see that it says laboratory, Thorin's laboratory, and you turn left and enter into this warmly lit room, sort of like you know when people get out of prison and they're like, here's your stuff, and they have like a wall, like a glass wall, and they slide things through like a little chute, and they give you your clothes and other. It's sort of like that vibe, and there's like a little DMV line that kind of goes around towards the center, and you can see in line this Castio's group, and they're all kind of celebrating, and Brand is standing there with them, and he goes, "You did an excellent job. I'm sure this new tool will serve you quite well." And you can see that Castio's holding up this arrow that's sort of golden. And he's going, "Well, yes, I think this suits me well. Come on, let's go." And he starts to lead the group on the way out. And he sees you guys and goes, "Well, I take it your exam didn't go well."
We did all right. I haven't got our score yet, but like, at a guess, I'd say like 87 to 91, somewhere in there.
Confident, are we? Oh. Okay. Well, get the...
I mean, we proved ourselves against an Oni. What can you say for yourself? And we did that outside of an exam.
You got lucky. If I weren't there, you wouldn't have stood a chance.
Those who are unskilled wouldn't recognize skill. And I'm going to walk away.
All right. That's a dope-ass line. I'm going to just let him be sour-mouthed at that, and he's going to walk off with his group. So you're in line, and you wait for a minute before you get to the front of the line, and you can see there is a dwarf with sort of red hair, and he has two like holsters on his side, and he's looking at you. He's like, "Hi, what can I interest you in today? Can I? Oh!" And he kind of peeks over the little shelf, and he's pressing his face up against the glass, and he goes, "That is a quite high quality shard you have there. Can I please see it?" Are you guys gonna give it to him?
Oh, I thought, JD, do you have it?
Do I have it? I thought Jesse has it. We do this in real time, by the way. Jesse looks at me. I look at Jesse. I pat my front pockets. I then pat my back
I'm
pockets.
patting around. Krem has it.
We roll a d4 to see who has the thing. I got a 2. Who has the thing, Andrew?
I think Krem definitely has it.
Oh, Krem has it.
Krem is like, yeah, I'll take everything. Yeah, roguish.
She's the one who's gonna keep track of like knows to keep track of important things.
Retcon. Did JD or Jesse get it, and Krem just kind of casually took it from them without them noticing?
Oh, we can totally do this.
I like
Do you
that.
think that would have happened, Krem?
Yeah, it definitely would have. Because even if they had taken it, Krem would have decided that they were still irresponsible and they were looking at each other because they thought the other took it for sure. And then I walk between both of them and hand, because they're in front, and hand them and hand whoever the shard.
And he takes it from you. Thank you so much. And he kind of takes one of his spectacles down and he looks at it. This is grade A quality. Wait, which I believe from the tint this is a blue portal. To see something of this quality is spectacular. You must have had to fight something quite hard.
It was a
It wasn't
ninth
easy.
level book.
A ninth level book, you say? Oh my! You're a junior, so you said? What year are you? I don't quite recognize you. And he takes one of those spectacle things down, and he takes a closer look at all of you, and he goes, "I'm quite short-sighted." And he looks at you, and he looks at you, Krem, and his jaw kind of drops. What did you say your name was? He's pointing at you. Krem, last name.
Bruley.
Your mother was spectacular. She was unlike any professor we've had here. I'm so sorry.
Thank you.
I hope that one day we can find her, but I have seen the other new rogue professor, and they don't hold a candle to how your mother taught.
She was loved.
And he kind of drifts off for a minute before composing. Yeah, so sorry. I just wasn't expecting to see you again. Man, it's been 2 years. Yes, this is come with me. And he kind of walks over to this other door to the left and unlocks some of the side locks on it before it's like 7 or 8 of them before he walks out and closes it. And there's an opposite door on the other side that looks more like a science door, like a white door with a porthole in it. And he goes over and he takes off a black key card and he puts it against the door, and the door slides open. And you walk into a definitely more futuristic room. Like, it has white tile on the floor. It's sealed off, so you can't really see anything. And on the wall in these glass containers are dimensional shards. And they are varying sizes, from a couple inches to like a couple feet across. And he kind of takes it over and he takes it into the middle section. And he opens one of the cabinets and puts it in there. I'm gonna have to do more research with this one, but thank you so much. Yeah, I assume you're here for some artifacts, some sort of treasures. That's something you can do with a great equality. We can get you quite a bit.
Sidebar: Jesse is like silently, not Jesse. JD is silently with 2 syllables. They end with an e sound. Anyway, JD is like very silently, utterly flabbergasted by the events that have just unfolded before him. Krem has a last name, first of all, which he did not know.
You didn't know it.
And then her mom is a teacher, was a professor that has backstory. He's just like literally like hands on his head, crouching down, like staring up at Krem.
I know.
And I'm assuming that she's ignoring him, but he's doing that.
I imagine, like, because Krem was staying like the most forward in this interaction, JD, Jesse, and Marion like just go into a huddle and start like pushing back and forth.
Okay, Kennedy. We established that you didn't know what happened to your mother.
Yes. Yeah.
So
No. Pleasant surprise.
how are
I'm
you?
wonderful for
Yeah,
it.
how are you feeling about this?
I'm so game. So game.
Okay.
How's Krem feeling about this?
How's Krem feeling about this?
She hates that it was brought up. She hates to think about it. She hates that like someone recognized her because she was trying not to be recognized.
And the fact that she was recognized like from looking like her mother.
Yeah.
Can I roll insight on Krem?
Oh shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. No, I feel like all of us would probably be trying to get a read on her body language after that.
Krem, I want you, Kennedy, to be able to tell me whether or not I can roll insight because you are a rogue. I don't want to pretend like I can just do that.
You can try.
Okay.
Can I also roll? Like, can I jump?
I
in?
mean,
can
yeah.
try.
I got a 13.
I got
Okay.
10.
Aiden, 10. What does that reveal to them?
Not much.
Okay.
It basically just reveals that, like, it's exactly what Krem said, that her mother was loved. And that.
By her? By Krem?
Is she gonna reveal anything? That's the question I keep wondering.
Nope. You don't know if she was loved by who. She just says that she was loved. And that there is a glimmer of remorse in it bringing up. Like a
Right.
flash on her face as y'all walk.
So, let's continue on with some more stuff. I'm so excited. He kind of reaches his hand down. Well, he reaches his hand up because he's short, and he goes, I'm Thonic Hammerhelm of the Hammerhelm family, and he goes to shake your hand to you, Krem, specifically.
Yeah, I shake it.
Come talk to me anytime if you wish to share memories. But let's get back to the interesting adventure you're having. And he kind of puts on a fake happy face for you. And he walks in and locks all the locks again. And you can see behind him there are just rows and rows of magical items that are kind of hanging like in a police station in these lockers that are it just keeps going back. You don't know how far it goes, but he's standing there behind the glass, and he goes, "Well, I can get you some regular items, but I have a selection that I think you might like. If you want me to suggest some for this quality level."
I would love that.
And this is the part where I break character and read off some homebrew things I made.
Oh, fuck
Goodness,
yeah.
Andrew.
Andrew's
You're just illegally you're breaking the prohibition the amount of brewing you're doing, dude. Wow.
I am going to read off a list of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 items that are homebrew, and if you would like to pick another item from the actual D&D Beyond like equipment, you can. But yeah. We have first up the ruby chalices. And the description reads, 5 ruby chalices with a glowing white rim are accompanied by a strange, bouncy quartz ball. A player can either choose to bounce the ball into one of the chalices from 15 feet or chug the eerie liquid inside the vessel. When bouncing, the user must make a dex check, and on a chug, the user must make a con check. On a successful dex check, the advantage is granted to all dex saves and checks for the next 24 hours. On a successful con check, advantage is granted on all con saves and checks for the next 24 hours. Dex and con checks increase in difficulty as the chalices are used. Once the chalice is used, it cannot be used again.
Does
To give you a bit
waive
of
the charge?
you know what? It does. Yeah.
Okay.
To give you context, these are red solo cups.
Oh my gosh.
Basically playing cup pong
That is
and you
funny.
can fucking get
Yes.
massive
That is funny.
bonuses. I love that.
I love that. Okay.
Next up is 6-pack, and this is an armor that's equivalent to chainmail. A small container with 6 oddly shaped bottles that, when consumed, give you advantage on charisma checks for the next hour. However, it also gives you disadvantage on dexterity checks for the next hour. When consumed, the bottle grants the user a tank top and a pair of glistening abs for 1 hour.
Hell yeah.
So
Okay.
this is a 6-pack of beer that, when drunken, allows you to have a 6-pack and gets you advantage on charisma for an hour.
I love
There is mini fridge. So measuring 3 feet high, 1 feet wide, and 1 foot deep, this magical box can store suspended items in a temporal lock once the door is closed. Using a command word, the fridge can shrink down to the size of a cup and be carried around easily. Once an item is removed, it feels much colder to the touch. Breathing creatures inside the fridge can survive up to a number of minutes equal to 10 divided by the number of creatures, after which they begin to suffocate. If the fridge is destroyed, Cone of Cold activates at the location of its destruction.
Huh.
So it's like,
So that's mini fridge.
but it holds things? What's the mass that it can hold?
Good question. It can hold, I think the bag of holding does 500, and this is a little bit smaller. So let's say 400.
Okay.
400 pounds.
Okay.
So it's like a bag of holding, but it makes things cold.
And you can shrink it down and like carry it around.
Yeah.
Because it's
a bag of cold.
a mini fridge. That's not what I intended, but it is. I thought mini fridge was clever, and then you blew mine out of the water.
That's
No,
first
it
of all,
is clever.
Hayden, that
It
was
is clever,
fantastic.
Mr.
I wasn't near my
DM.
microphone, but that was fantastic. Well done, well done.
Okay.
Um,
The next item I have is iPad, but it's EYE pad. And it is a flat, rectangular stone with a closed eyelid on the front face. Using the command word, the eye opens, and it will answer one question about anything in its line of sight that it has knowledge on. This tablet has been at the Wadalina College for the Weird for several hundred years, and regains 1d4 charges every week.
so
How much are the
every
items?
week,
Yeah. So you roll 1d4, and then you can use it however many times that is per week. There is beanbag. A large sack fills the brim with common beans. Anyone who uses this item while taking a long rest gains a point of inspiration. If a user decides to open the bag to investigate the beans, they then lose the item, but gain the chance to discover magical beans, numbering 1d4 on a successful investigation check.
Huh.
And
wait,
then
we
the
could put
last
anything
one,
in there?
no, it's a bean bag that you can lay on during a long rest to get inspiration. But if you choose to, you can cut open the bean bag and try your luck at finding magical beans.
Oh, I understand.
Yeah. And then the last one is alarm clock. And it is a small clock enchanted with the alarm spell. Turning the clock's face will set the number of hours that spell is activated for. So, for example, you could have a clock and set it to like 6 hours. And when the time on the clock runs out, the alarm spell activates regardless of whether it was triggered previously. Once the time is set, it cannot be changed, and it takes the same amount of time to reactivate as it initially ran for. So you turn it to 6 hours, and you set it up in where you want it to be. If something triggers the alarm spell, the thing activates. If not, it'll run the 6 hours and then activate regardless.
And then it takes 6 hours to deactivate.
It takes 6 hours to reactivate again once it's been used.
How long?
Because it's
how
the
long
same
is it?
amount.
Yeah.
Hmm?
So how long is it alarming?
It
How long is
will
it?
alarm for the alarm spell, which, if you look up, is it basically gives you an alert to whoever sets the
Oh, okay.
It's basically used to guard stuff.
Got it. Got it.
So those are the homebrew items I've made. You can also choose to look stuff up if you'd like something more in particular.
Can you post those in the chat?
Yes. Let me post them to the community that anyone can look at, and then I will let you look over them.
Hi, welcome to the mid-episode break of Spitfire Squires. My name is Hayden. I am our editor, as well as I play Jesse in the show. I just wanted to come on and thank you all for listening to these first couple episodes, listening as we are figuring out how to do this podcasting thing, getting our feet under us. I also wanted to let you all know that we have Instagram and Twitter, so you can find us on those at Spitfire Squires. And just let you all know that we are planning on uploading every 2 weeks on Monday, so that's when you can expect the next episode to come out. Other than that, again, just thank you so much for being here and listening to us have fun and put out something that we enjoy, and hopefully you enjoy too. I'll let you guys get back to the episode now. Thank you.
Did you guys hear that?
Yeah.
Okay, wonderful. Do an exclamation on one of the things you got.
I did not hear a clap, but that's okay. Yeah. Hey guys, welcome back. We you experienced no break, but we were talking for like 20-30 minutes. Time is meaningless to me. I chose to get the 6-pack, which is a large sack filled to the brim with common. Oh wait, nope, that's the beanbag.
Yeah, that's a different
Uh,
one.
reading from a different tab. It's a small container with 6 oddly shaped bottles that, when consumed, give you advantage on charisma checks for the next hour. However, it gives you disadvantage on dexterity checks for the next hour as well. When consumed, the bottle grants the user a tank top and a pair of glistening abs for 1 hour, made of interlocking metal rings. Chainmail
That's the
includes.
chainmail description. That's not. Cut off there. Stop. Cut off there. Stop reading.
Okay, that's not part of it. That's not part of it. I thought the
That's
suit included
just the
gauntlets.
attribute.
Anyway, I will be
You're-
100% utilizing this with a mystery outcome that I will plot and plan for later.
All right, who wants to go next?
Jesse?
Yeah, I'll take it. Jesse, shaken from the encounter with a creature delving into his mind, has opted not to go for these custom items, but asked for something to prevent mind reading, and is taking a ring of mind shielding. Basically, just letting him avoid things prying into his brain. Magic can't force him to tell the truth. People can't read his mind. That type of stuff.
All right, and for you, Kennedy.
So Krem got the iPad, which is a flat rectangular stone with a closed eye on the front face. Using the command word, the eye opens and it will answer one question about anything in its line of sight that it has knowledge on. The tablet is from the school, and it has 1d4 charges every week. I know Krem will use this for nothing. That's like Krem will use this all the time, but not necessarily for important things, but just
So you're
things.
saying Krem is an iPad kid?
I'm saying Krem wants to know about everything. She needs the knowledge of all of it.
She's worse than an iPad kid. She's an Apple adolescent.
Oh no.
Oh
Oh,
no.
Don't diss on my character. She just likes learning.
She stares at the screen and asks questions.
So you take this item.
iPad,
And-
play Coco Melon episode 4.
Oh no. The eye opens and it's just a
Oh, no.
TV.
iPad, oh iPad, tell me what Jesse's deepest, darkest secret is. Thank you.
Jesse proceeds to
This
break
mind
the
cannot
iPad.
be read. I Eldritch Blast the iPad out of her hand.
So
The iPad begins to understand fear.
as Phonic hands you the iPad, you go to take it and he doesn't let go of it for a second. And he goes, sorry, it's one of my more favorite items. I might be coming back every once in a while just to ask you if I could borrow it. I have you all on the list here, so you can come back and return it. We keep track of every magical item so that no student runs rampant with them. So just know that we will come to find you if we need the requested item. So and enjoy the rest of your time. Congratulations. And he goes and he pulls down the grate and closes it shut with a slam.
Okay.
So yeah,
I'll stop by later.
you actually Marion.
Yeah.
I forgot all about Marion. What is Marion gonna get? You know what? Marion is gonna get. What Marion want?
There's such good, like, all the ones that we didn't choose are also still really good. Like,
She's gonna pick. I think she's gonna pick the mini fridge. I think that's the one she's gonna pick. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So she's like, all right, I got the mini fridge, and she picks it up without even knowing that you can like turn it smaller, and she starts carrying it around. All
I'm
right.
like, oh, Marion,
Yes. Go. Yeah.
let me show you something. I'm about to blow your mind.
Oh, good luck. My mind cannot be blown. It's already been blown pretty hard by that thing. You know.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna touch the mini fridge. And
What's the command word gonna be?
I don't know. I guess she has to decide that. I'm gonna literally say I'm gonna be like, Marion, give me a word. Give me a word off the top of your head.
Potato.
Potato. And then it shrinks into a cup.
This is very cool. Potato, and the thing gets bigger in her hand, and she's like, "Oh shit!" And she catches it. Um,
Is it bound
uh,
to all of us?
I think it's mine, but hey,
Potato.
JD, I don't think it's doing anything. No, it's still the same.
All
Can I
right.
see your those bottles?
Yeah, sure. Here you go.
She picks them up and she puts them in the mini fridge and goes, "Potato," and the thing shrinks, and your bottles shrink inside of it,
There you go.
and you can kind of open the door and see inside of it. There's tiny little bottles,
Oh my
Did I
god.
and
just hear a gulping noise from somewhere in the distance? Is that one of you, or
what?
am I hallucinating? I heard like a gulp.
What?
No.
That was the mini fridge shrinking.
Was that the?
That's the sound of a mini fridge.
All right, there you go.
Yeah. So it shrinks down. You see the tiny bottles, and you reach in, and you pull them out, and then they grow back to their regular size, and they're cold.
I'm gonna keep one in my various many pockets, and then
All right,
put the rest
so-
in the fridge.
Cool.
I'm gonna look at
Um,
everyone because I now have a mission in mind. I'm gonna get everyone's attention. I'm gonna be like, okay, guys, cinnamon bread.
Oh my
Cinnamon
gosh,
bread,
yes. Oh
I'm
my
so
gosh.
hungry.
Wait, do we have any other duties before we go do that?
I think he
didn't
wanted
tell
to give us
anywhere
our
to go.
grade.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
shoot, that's right. Okay. This once, I'm gonna put school over food.
Let's
Never
swing
again.
through the
But this
cafeteria
once.
on the way, and we can take them there.
Okay. And we
Okay.
do so.
So you find him waiting outside, and before he can even get a word out, you're dragging him to the cafeteria to get, cinnamon bread.
Yes.
And
We're
you
waiting in
do
line.
find cinnamon bread. Yeah, you can go over, and the kobold with the green scales and the eye patch is like, "You have a fun time."
Bread made of cinnamon, sir.
Okay, simple man. And he goes and he takes a long like baguette loaf of bread and starts chopping it, and then he takes some cinnamon and he kind of just like and he like blows, and all the cinnamon just kind of sprinkles in the air before falling down, and then he takes a little like glob of sugar and just goes and plops it on top of it before handing it to you on a tray.
I-
My specialty.
I would like to roll Constitution.
Yeah, you take a bite and make a Constitution check for me.
No, you don't know if what I'm. Oh shit. Okay, I got a 5.
He throws
I
up.
attempt to deep throat the bread.
Whoa, but don't eat that much at once. And you don't get far.
Okay. He stops me.
May I have extra cinnamony bread?
Absolutely. And he goes and he does the exact same thing.
Hmm.
Because I'm
Yes,
not going to
I'll-
describe that twice.
Can I get what they had?
Okay, I'm going to describe it for you. So
It's because I'm a woman, isn't it?
it's
Yes,
because
yes.
you're a woman. Yeah.
Yes.
No, but like he just gives you cinnamon bread.
Cool.
We had this interaction for some reason. Anyway, I gotta say, after analyzing everything on my notepad, you did well. I'm gonna give you an A.
Amazing.
A.
A.
Hey.
That's what I said. Yes, A. Why are you drawing it out? It's an A.
A.
It might draconic and common. So hard to say differentiate sometimes.
One more time all together, everybody. A.
A.
Krim has lost a brain cell, but she did say it.
She's an
Does she
iPad
feel-
kid.
does
Of course she
feel
did.
closer to us as a person.
Yeah.
Aw.
We are now going to enter the 3-week break. So, before we do that, I would like to ask JD and Jesse a question.
Okay.
Because I know Krem wrote back, but I don't know, did y'all write back?
I gave you my letter.
You did, yes. Jesse, did you?
Crap, can you remind me what was in my letter? That was a long time ago. But it was like, this one like we are like supporting you from where we are, something like that. If you
Oh, you want? Oh, I thought you were saying you had the letter, and I was like, I don't. Yeah, basically the letter was, hey, I know we left on bad terms. I hope you're doing well. If you need anything, let me know, Mom.
uh, yeah, I think I would have written back.
Okay, what did you write?
Jesse would have written, "Thank you so much. I'm sorry for how me leaving went, but know that I do care for you. I do love you, and I appreciate the support that you give me."
Okay, good to know. Spencer, would you like me to read what you sent me as the letter back to Ellie?
Sure, but like no one else in my party or in this area would know that I wrote this. I definitely did not like
Correct.
share this information.
But you're okay with me sharing it with the rest of them?
Yeah. For the sake of the listeners, yeah.
Right. So it says, Dear Ellie, it's so good to hear from you. I'm glad it's you they chose to write me. Smiley face. Things are well over here. I'm studying hard and learning so much. I've seen more gods than mother or father ever taught us existed. Some of the followers are honestly quite scary. My first exam is happening tomorrow as I'm writing you this, so wish me luck for the future. Love your elder, bigger, and still your brother, Johnson Davidson. Which is so wholesome. I had to have
That is
that read.
incredibly cute.
Thank you.
As per last time, you can each do something within this 3 weeks, and then you're gonna each have like an event happen to you. So, what would you like to do first? And who wants to go first?
Uh, do we just automatically go to our clerical or our classes, or do we just get to kind of be
These
like you said?
classes are happening in the background. I
Okay.
will also have some scenes happen in class or outside of class right after. So during this 3 weeks, you are in class learning about everything, and these events are occurring.
Okay.
Do you all want to like roll basically initiative and see who goes first?
Sure.
In order?
Sure.
Because I feel like
I
all
wish
of
I
you
had a
to
plus
come
on
up with it.
initiative, but sure. I got a 10.
11.
Fuck, nat 20.
Well done.
Jesse. Okay. So you, a couple weeks in, receive another letter from your mom.
Okay.
Basically says, "Hey, are you okay? Your father came into possession of a scrying stone recently, and we thought, hey, we'll try it and just see how you're doing. And we couldn't find you, so we were just wondering if you were okay or not. Um, please write back as soon as possible. Love, Mom."
Okay.
So that you receive, and now I'm going to give you the chance to do whatever you'd like to do before we enter your like event that happens to you.
Okay. Uh, for one, can I write back?
Absolutely.
I'm going to write back, and I'm gonna say, "I'm so sorry. We just finished our first exam, and there was this villain that I'm just gonna like kind of describe how the exam went,
Okay.
and basically go into detail about he got into our minds and manipulated our thoughts and tried to turn our fears against us. And so I recently purchased a item that allows me to avoid scrying. So I'm sorry if the scrying doesn't seem to work for me, but know that I will keep you updated on what we are doing here. And I'll
Okay.
send that out.
Excellent.
Outside of that, can I... I want to try to do training with Bimley,
Okay.
but I don't know exactly what I would want to work on with him. Do you have any ideas for like what training would look like or what could happen
Okay.
for
I
that?
have a scenario. I have a scenario for this.
Awesome.
So you're in class, and this is a warlock kind of specialty because you have your familiar.
Mhm.
So Professor Brand is with you, and he sees that you're kind of struggling to get Binley to do some more complicated tasks. and he kind of after class is done, he comes over to you. Jesse, would you mind if I have a word with you?
Of course, sir. Yes.
So to recap, Professor Brand is a water genasi kind of with a pushback, receding hairline that has blue hair that kind of spikes out, kind of a sour expression, kind of like Snape from Harry Potter. And he comes over to his desk and he sits down. He looks at you. Jesse, if I may be honest, you are one of the most talented warlocks of your skill level. It's honestly quite impressive. The other students are even having a hard time summoning the familiars, and you did so on the first day. Was unexpected. I would like to offer you some private lessons to help you further yourself in this area. Would you mind if I offered that to you?
I would love that. Yes. I just want the best for Bimley, and that will also cause the best for me. I trust.
Excellent. Well, let's start now, shall we?
Of course.
And he kind of walks you through the intricacies of like summoning and like establishing that contact. And I want you to make another insight check for me
Insight. Okay.
for yourself.
Use this dice for this one. 5.
5. Um, so you don't really get much insight on yourself because you're so busy taking in all this knowledge on like how to go about contacting your patron and like the intricacies of seeing through your familiar from a distance and having them enact their own commands when they reach outside of your uh, telepathic limits and just sort of creating that bond that you don't really have time to reflect on yourself. It's still very helpful, but not exactly what you wanted.
Okay. Sounds good.
So if there is there anything else you would have liked to gain from this or anything you would like to do with it?
I think, if anything, just looking to maybe increase Bimley's strength, if the training would allow that.
Okay.
Because right now, just looking at the stats for him, I think that stat's at like an uneven. So if it one, just go up to that next level, and then I don't know
Uh
if the training would have been
let
good enough.
I mean
If
I'm down for that. I think that might be like a sort of out of campaign, like out of session kind of like modification,
yeah,
but I'm down for that.
okay. I didn't know if there was anything that you were thinking of for what that could cause.
I'd say this is definitely the part where you level up to level 5. So if you wanted to classify that, and then we can also talk about increasing Bentley's strength, I'm down for it.
Okay, I'm down for that.
So you can level up to level 5 now.
Yes, sir. I will do that.
Kennedy,
Yes, sir.
are you ready for Krem's stuff?
You're making it sound ominous, but I guess. Damn.
So you receive a letter in the same manner as before.
Mm-hmm.
And so the gist of the letter is we are disappointed in your lack of evidence thus far. We are sending backup. Please write us with any more information regarding the disappearance of Professor Laughingheart. Signed, your father.
Okay.
Is there anything you're going to write back?
Thanks, Dad, for asking me about school. I'm gonna write back up, question mark. I've never needed backup before. What makes you think I need it now? Plus, y'all sent me on this mission after my target was already taken, but I will continue to do what I can. And then I
Okay,
send it back to him.
excellent. What would you like to do with your free time?
With my free time, I should investigate more into this thing, but I'm kind of mad now. Like,
Mm-hmm.
Krema's upset at the fact that they think she needs backup. So she's gonna go talk to the guy that they met.
Phonic.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Um, at what point in the day would you visit Thonic?
Probably close to like when sun is setting.
Okay. Um, okay, I really like this. Here's what happens.
Mm-hmm.
Towards sunset, you go to the sort of we calling it the warehouse
Okay.
because it's the house of wares and puns and all that.
Mhm.
And he's not there. So you turn to the laboratory and you walk in and you see it's just Thonic, but he has some of those dimensional shards just kind of laid out outside of the case. And he is actually going to make a perception check. What's his pat? Make it. Are you trying to do this sneakily or just walking in?
I'm just walking in. He invited
Okay,
me to come talk if I wanted to.
he did. He is going to. Okay, so you walk in and you see him. You saw my rolls, right?
Yeah, yeah, I did.
Okay. You walk in and you see him um, with a bottle, like a small bottle. And as the door slides open, he hurriedly throws the bottle into a drawer and then turns around to see you. And his look is kind of from like anger and surprise to like uh, happiness to confusion.
Mm.
And he goes, "Oh, I wasn't expecting you. Come in, come sit, come sit. What is it? I can help you with."
I know that you offered to talk about my mother if I wanted to. And
Absolutely. Anything you want to know, I will tell you. We were great friends. We were very close.
yes. Um and while what was she like?
Oh, she was amazing. She would come to me often to talk because she would go on missions by herself and she'd come back unscathed. And she'd show me these dimensional shards that were just beautiful. It was in a class of its own. She'd come back with stories of far off lands and interesting people, and we'd just talk for hours about it. And she would come here and we'd studied these, and he holds up some of the shards, and he goes on. He goes, and we just talked about all the possibilities that lie out there, and she just had a mind that was cunning and nothing like anyone I've ever met. And it really is a shame that she went out the way she did. I hope that she's not gone, but it's been 2 years. But I still hold hope.
Yes. Me as well.
But,
Would you be okay if I helped you in your study of these dimensional shards like my
I,
mother did?
I would absolutely love this. Um, she she saved the life of several students whenever she was left behind through one of these shards. Actually, let me. And he goes and he rummages over to like this safe in the wall,
Mm,
and he kind of looks over his shoulder at you and he goes, Please turn around."
I do so.
And you hear like clicking and then like a magical sound, and then the door opens, and then it closes again, and you turn around and you can see that the shard he has out is quite small, but it has sort of like a purplish blue tint to it. And he goes,
Mm,
I don't know what lies here, but she is on the other side of this. If I can figure out how to crack this, how to reactivate, how to do something with it, I could perhaps go and find her. But we're not there yet. So, with your
right.
help, we can find out who is writing these tomes. How are they appearing? what do these portals mean? So many questions, so many, and he just kind of is lost in his own like uh, grand hypotheses.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then
And
he, go ahead.
no, go ahead. You say what you were gonna say.
He hurriedly runs back over and locks the thing in the safe before
Mm-hmm.
you can look at it any further.
I would love to help you in your study. Also, about the item that I received earlier,
Absolutely.
I find it very interesting. Does the item happen to store all of the questions that it's ever been asked? And
It stores information. It learns based on what it is shown.
how old is this book? Or tome? Or not tome, but iPad, as it is.
This iPad has been around close to when the founding of the school, so around 300 years. It has quite a pool of knowledge. I've used it
Um,
on several occasions to gain insight, but sometimes you just have to know what question to ask it. And if you don't know which question to ask it, it can't give you anything.
right.
But I have been able to figure out that whoever or whatever is writing these books is something far beyond our comprehension. I believe, personally, me and your mother talked about this extensively. That beyond the fabric of the gods, in between everything, there is a sort of weave, a magical net of energy, and that all kind of works together with the druid craft and the clerical gods, and it all just kind of flows. And I believe that whatever is writing this is pulling from that fabric and squeezing it down into these pages. I don't know who or what or where any of it is, but I that is so fascinating.
Krem's eyes sparkle, and she also says fascinating. Um,
Absolutely.
well, I know it's getting late, and I know I came to see you while it was getting late, but studies and things have been really
Oh,
drawing my attention.
I would never want to hold you from your studies. Come back any time.
Thank you so much. I'm excited to work on research with you if you do have me.
As am I with you.
Thank you. And then Krem leaves.
All right. I
Did
drop
I not
some.
have anything for classes?
You have another interaction. So what happens is you are walking back from one of your road classes, and Patel finds you.
Yes, I wanted to ask about Patel.
She runs over, and she goes, "Yeah, we got a bit mixed up. What happened? Did you get the key card into the place? Did you find what you wanted to get?"
I haven't used it yet, in all honesty.
You
I was
haven't
gonna.
used it yet?
No, I wanted to use it with you.
Oh, I was in detention. Sorry.
Yeah, and I knew that. Well, I didn't know, but I knew that you had gotten in trouble, and I didn't want to have all the fun by myself.
I appreciate you waiting, but we can do it together. With my help, you can get it done. Whatever it is we're doing.
Okay.
So, yeah, we're gonna do like a little heist. Are we? Which teacher's room are we going in? We going in Professor Brand's room? Are we going into, ooh, dare I say, perhaps Molly Mugg's principal office? Where are we going?
See, I haven't been here as long, so my knowledge isn't as extensive. So I also wanted to ask you which room you think had the richest amount of loot in it.
Ooh, that is a good question. Um, I don't know. I don't know. There's so many options. Perhaps we could even try and find a student. I have a great idea. I have a great idea.
Okay, okay, I'm listening. I'm listening.
Do you know Ginky? He's like the bodyguard guy. He's a strong half orc.
Yeah.
He's like a blood hunter or something. Like
Okay.
out of
Isn't
out
he
of
the one looking after the principal?
he yeah, he was the one who showed up at the end of y'all's Oni fight.
Mm-hmm.
And she goes, I think he confiscates a lot of things from students. And I think if we go into his room, we can find, like, you know, stuff that they don't want us to have.
Yes.
But that's just, I mean, it's up to you. We can go wherever.
No, I think that's what we do. I think that would be tons of fun. Do you know where the room is?
Um, you know, I think he actually lives outside the school in like a little shack, which is kind of weird.
That is kind of weird.
Yeah, I
So
don't
would the
know.
key card even be useful?
I guess not. I guess not in that sense. No. Hmm.
We
It'd
could
still be
use it
fun to
another
steal from
time.
him.
We could still use the key card a different time and go on this little excursion too. I'm just down for a little bit of mischief. I
I'm
follow the
down to
rules everywhere I
steal.
go.
Yes. My feathers are itching for something to find. But yes, you know what? How about you figure out who we want to go after, and then tomorrow we, you know, figure out a way to do it.
Okay,
All right,
that
shake
sounds
on
like a
it.
plan to me. And I shake her wing? Question mark.
Correct. Yeah. All right. I will see you tomorrow night for the heist of a lifetime.
The
And she
heist of a
kind of
lifetime.
glides down the hall,
Mm-hmm.
pulling herself back into her reserved, like, I'm a rogue and nobody can see me kind of attitude.
Yeah.
And so yeah, that was kind of what I was thinking.
Okay, yes, I love this idea. I just have no idea.
Yeah, I mean, we can talk about what you want to do. So, JD, you receive another letter from Ellie.
Mhm.
This letter is a much more sour look than the previous one. And the letter reads, Hey JD, it's me, Ellie again. It's hard for me to write this from my cot, but I have been getting worse lately. I don't know what caused it. Maybe trying to prank someone with some of these plants that I wasn't familiar with, but I'm feeling much worse, and I haven't left bed in about a week. So no pressure. I just want you to keep on learning the best you can because no one has any idea on what it is yet. But I trust and believe in you, as do us all. Love, Ellie.
Where is JD reading that?
Where is he? Where is he? Want to read that?
I've established that he doesn't like reading it around people. What time of year is it at this point? Still January-ish?
Yeah, it's about to move towards spring. Like it's like a March-ish, I'd say.
Okay. Do I need to roll anything to see if JD's found like a spot that he can be alone, like
No,
isolated,
absolutely.
but
You can
still?
just find that.
But like, what I'm picturing is like a little glade of flowers, maybe a mile or so from the castle, where he just sits and thinks. Is that possible,
Yeah,
or is that
that's
okay?
absolutely yeah. That's definitely there's some flowers that pop up right about when spring is happening. They kind of come through the snow, and they're like snow daisies because it's like they're rising up out of it, and you kind of find like a nice quiet spot. Um,
He's still got his jacket on. He's still kind of got these leather pants to kind of keep out the cold, but he's sitting in this glade and reading this letter, and his fingers just tighten on the corners of the paper as he's reading. And he's not he's not crying. He's not like broken over this letter, but it has definitely concerned him. And I think without exaggeration, she might be the most important person in his world, and he feels totally helpless in this moment.
okay.
Um, and I wrote you a letter that I now need to edit.
Okay.
I had already written like We just did an adventure letter, yeah.
Yeah.
Which I will go edit now and add in my reaction to this because I think he would wait for her letters before he would send his own.
Do you want to do the next little bit before we?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So about a couple of days after this letter, you're getting out of class, and Castillo stops you, and he goes, "I heard you did well in the exam, and I just wanted to apologize for my presumptuous attitude."
Insight.
Yeah, make an insight check.
11.
You can't tell. He's kind of got that smug grin. You can't tell more than like he's saying it, I guess. This is kind of a weird direction.
All right. Cool. I nod without saying anything.
Okay. He's gonna sort of just put his hand on the wall and lean. So, me and my group were wondering, just curious, if you'd like to join us tomorrow night for some fun, like a little party or like a get together. I got a fun time ahead.
Can you tell me more?
Well, we're gonna do some drinking, play some fun games like Truth or Dare, college things, talk about teachers, kind of just, hang out.
Hmm. JD doesn't have a lot of friends. And he's never had a lot of friends outside of his family. And he is by far the most mischievous person in his community, so I think he's not aware of the Carrie-esque situation that could occur right now. So he'll probably just kind of relax a little bit since his insight check wasn't great and say, "Well, hey, Castillo, that's real nice of you. Yeah, sure, I'd love to come. Can I invite my roommates?"
Yes, I was hoping you would.
Perfect. What time is it? Where is it?
Is it my room? Let's say just after sunset. Uh, and don't be one of those people that shows up like super early. Just show up like
Okay.
a little bit later.
Okay, got you. Fashionably late.
Yes.
10-4, 10-4. By the way, where is your room? Because I've literally not had any interactions with you.
It's do you remember the golden slip?
Yeah.
It's in that room.
Gotcha. Okay, cool.
Yeah. But I'm gonna go now, so have fun with whatever you're doing. And he just kind of awkwardly shuffles away.
See you there, Castillo.
Yes, see you then, JD. And then disappears behind a corner.
I invite people. I don't know if we're playing that out here or in another scene later on, but I definitely
I was thinking that would be where we picked up next time.
Cool. Yeah, I'm inviting everyone in my room to this event, and I have presented no reservations. I just said, hey, like Castillo actually came and apologized to me, and he wants to invite us out.
Y'all responding to this? Marion looks at the two of you doing that.
I know, right? Weird. It was weird.
I don't trust Castillo as far as I could throw him, but I will go for interest of seeing why we are needed.
I'll go so I can punch him.
Well, I'm
Let's not
not
start with a
familiar.
punch.
I'm not familiar with your customs and traditions, but where I'm from, we don't punch the people that invited us to parties. We do high five them aggressively, though. So
I will do all of those things. I will throw him, punch him, and give him a high five.
You're
That's
See, Marion knows what I'm talking about.
all right. All right. You know what, Marion? I can't fault you for that. You're just trying to appeal to everybody's culture right now. I like that.
I'm just trying to make everybody happy.
JD, my friend.
We gotta unpack that with therapy later. Okay, yeah. What's up, Jesse?
You come from a very close community, right?
In a literal sense, yeah.
Well, you don't. From what I know about you, you don't tend to assume the worst. You assume the best in people, and that's a good quality.
Mm.
I worry that Castio being rude to us the entire time we've known him and suddenly being nice may have an ulterior motive.
Huh. You know, I hadn't thought of that.
I'm not saying he may have turned over a new leaf.
I mean,
if
we could
that-
kick their ass, so
Easily.
Yeah, we
Marion-
could.
Easily. we could.
Marion, you could find an ass on a thing that wouldn't have one, and you would kick it. You could kick a mountain's ass. You would find
yeah.
it and make it happen. I believe in you.
You see what I did to that guy in the that sphere thing?
You kicked a ball's ass. You kicked
I
a
kicked a
spear's
ball's
ass.
You kicked its ass.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
was amazing, Marion.
She has
So-
already taken something that does not have an ass and kicked it.
I think we're gonna be
really
fine.
Fantastic. That's her true superpower.
What's the worst that could happen?
I was just gonna say, yeah, like, if there is an ulterior motive, I'm glad all of us are there because, I mean, I can't, I don't think there's a saying for this. I feel like there is, but I can't tell. But I feel like a man with friends at his back is never as in danger as he would be without them.
Yes.
I think I've heard that saying.
If we walk in, if this is a trap of some sort, I don't think it would be that bad as to call it a trap, but if it were some sort of trap, we will walk into it together.
Together.
I'm coming up with like a bugbear related saying right now, like one bugbear, not there. 4 bugbears, better fare, something like that. Yeah.
You know, I ever since the ChatGPT thing, I can't trust these random
Long pauses and the off the dome
Yeah, like
limericks.
it's-
No, you can't. You never will be able to tell.
I
And I'll never
don't
tell you
know.
again.
uh
I might be a genius, I might not.
I'm down to go.
I say we go.
Down lows?
Down lows.
Who's doing it?
Marion reaches her hand in.
Marion's doing it? This is a low 5, by the way.
All right, we're gonna do the classic dexterity check.
Yes, we are. Who's doing it? Just Marion?
Just Marion.
Looks
Just
like just
Marion.
Marion. All right, I'm rolling the green dice. I got
All
a
right.
10.
I got a 13.
Ah, you're really good at that, Marion. You know that?
Yeah, I'm pretty much the best.
You're really good at that. Up top.
Oh, we're doing this again.
There's no deck save on this one. It's real.
All right. High five.
It's real. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
All
Nice.
right, let's cut that there.
Until we meet again. I do need to make more music for this at some point. I'm gonna start doing that after I finish writing scholarship applications.
Spencer, why would you do that when we get everybody else to do it for us? Our fans.
Yeah, our many fans that exist actually, really.
Yeah, totally.
And honestly,
You know how
I
much
can
I
do
love
without
videos?
silence.
To the 4 to 12 people listening right now, I love and adore you. You're a treasure to me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we love you so much. You should join our Patreon that totally exists.
Yeah,
Pay us
yeah.
money.
We
Pay
have
us money
Patreon
for your
so
for more
far.
love and adoration. I will.
You-
We'll we'll make a subscription page in Patreon where I just give you words of affirmation.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
that's
I'd
good.
buy that.
ASMR. Yeah.
Oh,
I would
yeah,
pay
I
for that.
totally get that.
I would totally buy that, Spencer. You are downplaying your own voice.
Yes.
Like,
like Spencer, you have a good voice.
Thank you guys. I really appreciate it.
I mean, honestly, you know, most channels are like build up their base and they're like, all right, now we made enough people join us. Now we squeeze them for money. We're gonna do it right off the bat. We're just
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
immediately just for every
We're not
coin.
gonna hide our intention.
Yeah, no, I'm a business major. I'm in marketing, and I found the best policy is honesty. And honestly, I just want you to pay me.
Yeah, we
That's
totally have
valid.
merchandise. Totally.
I did
yeah.
not do this because these people are my friends. It's all been a scam from the beginning.
What,
I'm
you think
trying
we're
to
doing
make
this for
more
fun?
side money.
What?
Yeah, no, none of us are
Yeah.
friends in real life. We actually hate each other.
I was approached by a bearded man in a library, and he said, "Would you like to play D&D with me online for money?" And I was like, "Yes."
And I promised him we'd make $1 million in the first year, and so I'm really hoping that we we make up with that.
He said it. He said if we don't, I get his shoes.
You promised me 500.
Yeah. What about it?
Oh.
What do you
y'all are
get?
getting
You know what? His voice is worth 500,000 more. You know
paid?
what?
Y'all are getting paid? What?
You already signed the paperwork. This is legally binding, so
Kennedy's like, "Y'all are getting paid?"
Y'all
All
are getting
right.
money? What?